So Matthew 7, a simple guide toward behavior. Don't pick on people, jump on their failures, criticize their faults, unless, of course, you want the same treatment. That critical spirit has a way of boomeranging. It's easy to see a smudge on your neighbor's face and be oblivious to the ugly sneer on your own. Do you have the nerve to say, "Let me wash your face for you," when your own face is distorted by contempt? It's this whole traveling road show mentality all over again, playing a holier-than-thou part instead of just living your part. Wipe that ugly sneer off your own face and you might be fit to offer a washcloth to your neighbor. Don't be flip with the sacred banter and silliness. Give no honor to God. Don't reduce holy mysteries to slogans and trying to be relevant. You're only being cute and inviting scarlet. I don't know if I said that right. Don't bargain with God. Be direct. Ask for what you need. This isn't a cat and mouse and hide and seek game we're in. If your child asks for bread, do you trick him with sawdust? If he asks for a fish, do you scare him with a live snake on his plate? As bad as you are, you wouldn't think of such a thing. You're at least decent to your own children. Don't you think the God who conceived you in love will be even better? Here is a simple rule of thumb guide for behavior. Ask yourself what do you want people to do for you? Then grab the initiative and do it for them. Add up God's law and prophets, and this is what you get. Being and doing. Don't look for shortcuts to God. The market is flooded with surefire, easygoing formulas for a success. It is flooded with surefire, easygoing formulas for a successful life that can be practiced in your spare time. Don't fall for that stuff, even though crowds of people do. The way to life to God is vigorous and requires total attention. Be wary of false preachers who smile a lot, dripping with practice sincerity. Chances are they're out to rip you off some way or the other. Don't be impressed with charisma. Look for character. Who preachers are is the main thing, not what they say. A genuine leader will never explode your emotions or your pocketbook. These disease trees with their bad apples are going to be chopped down and burned. Knowing the correct password, saying "Master, Master," for instance, isn't going to get you anywhere with me. What is required is serious obedience, doing what my Father wills. I can see it now. At the final judgment, thousands strutting up to me and saying, "Master, we preached a message. We bashed the demons. Our super spiritual projects had everyone talking. And do you know what I am going to say?" You missed the boat. All you did was use me to make yourselves important. You don't impress me one bit. You're out of here. These words I speak to you are not incidental, as additions to your life, homeowner improvements to your standard of living. They are foundational words to build a life on. If you work these words into your life, you are like a smart carpenter who built his house on solid rock. Rain poured down, the river flooded, a tornado hit, but nothing moved that house. It was fixed to the rock. But if you just use my words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you are like a stupid carpenter who built his house on the sandy beach. When a storm rolled in and the waves came up, it collapsed like a house of cards. When Jesus concluded his address, the crowd burst into applause. They had never heard teaching like this. It was apparent that he was living everything he was saying, quite a contrast to their religion teachers. This was the best teaching they have ever heard. And when I did a video, and I mentioned about the guy, that was this. I love how God takes us to certain things. This is literally what that man said. When you are literally walking with God, people aren't just going to go by what you say. It's the way that you walk with God. When you endure with God, you get to see leaders, but you also look at your life. Like, I'm really walking with God. So if I'm walking with God, why things aren't adding up, or why y'all doing things differently when our foundation should be off of God? What God teaches us, we should be walking on the same firm foundation. Doesn't matter how different we are. It doesn't matter the background we came from. All our journeys are different, but yet when we stand on God's firm foundation, when you really walk with God, people are going to say, they never heard teaching like this. It was apparent that he was living everything he was saying. Are you living everything that you are saying, or are you just talking about it? Are you just talking about God, you making a profit? Or are you really enduring the process so God can build your endurance, your capacity for pain, betrayal, the things that the persecution? Like, are you really walking with God and standing on his firm foundation no matter what you gotta go through? Are we living out the simple guide for behavior? Why are you wanting to walk with God? So he can change your life, clean you up, or so you can make a profit off of him. It's easier to, and it's the crazy about it is, this is what God put on my heart, it's easier for people to talk about God and make a profit than it is for them to go get a job. So in this season of our lives, we got to be honest with ourselves. And God said, listen, when you truly want to walk with God, the same way that I was honest with God, he says, listen, don't bargain with God. Be direct. Ask for what you need. God, I don't see you. I can't trust you. Everything else failed me. So why do you expect? You got to be honest with God in the walk that you have. God, I want to trust you. I want to walk with you. But I don't see too many people that talk about you, but they're not of him. Because when you go to this, be wary of false preachers who smile a lot, dripping with practice sincerity. Chances are they are out to rip you off. People are out here to rip you off. A genuine leader tells you who preachers are is the main thing, not what they say. Watch them. Yeah, they people can talk a lot, but watch their character. Watch how they treat others, and watch how they treat you. It's important. Like, we gotta just stop looking at people's titles and things. You know, look at what they do, not what they say. What are they after? Because if you're paying attention, it's going to show. When you're walking with God and God sharpens your discernment, trust me, you're going to pay attention to things that you don't want to pay attention to. God is going to reveal things to you that you may not even want, but it's to show you. And sometimes, and while you're learning, because I used to say things, and it was literally for me to keep to myself, and God was like, no, I need you to be a student in this season, because I need you to see I'm making you different. I'm making you a leader, and as a true leader, a genuine leader, you're not out here to pocket off of money. You're not out here to piggyback off of my children, because I'm going to bless you. I'm going to reward you. So many people want to do things because it's going to profit them, but not send people to God. Yeah, people want y'all to go, oh, I'm talking about God. Yes, I want the million of followers. I want the big stadiums. I want this. I want us all to get together and talk about God. But how are you living your life? And the thing about it is, God been showing me with a lot of people, especially on TikTok. Some of y'all need to go see, they got other social medias, and go follow the other social media pages and see how they really live in their life, because some people are living double lives. Some of the people that y'all are following and talking about God are living double lives. And that's all I'm going to say. So make sure that you pay attention to who you follow. Too many people out here, they just want the attention. Some of them aren't even healed. They're going from body to body, but yet still talking about Christ. Y'all still in y'all sinning in y'all ways, but yet you ain't even being the example that you need to be. So when you're walking with God, don't pick on people. Don't jump on their failures. Don't criticize their faults. Because would you want God doing that to you? Would you want God sending an enemy to come into your life and start picking out all the flaws that you're picking somebody else when you sit up there saying that you're talking about God? Like, do you really want God to really send somebody worse off? Because I can't think of it, but God will. Oh, y'all want to keep harassing my people? Oh, y'all want to be bullies to come on. Guess what? I'm going to send somebody worse off to overtake you. I'm going to put you in the hands of your enemies. I'm going to tear you down. I'm going to chop you down. Right here. These disease trees with their bad apples are going to be chopped down and burned. So why don't you think that God won't do that to you? I bless those that bless you. I curse those that curse you. You will be cursed. In this season, why do you want to live for Christ? Be honest. If you don't know about God, what's stopping you? In this season, you're going to have to pick. You can stay on the devil's side. You can choose God's side. There is no in-betweens. Oh, I want to do what I want. I want to live for God, but I'm going to take my time. We're in a season that you don't have time. You need to choose what you want to do. And then be okay with the consequences. Ecclesiastes all about it too. All my young folks, listen, enjoy your life. God wants you to enjoy your life, but you are responsible for the consequences. So whatever life decisions you make, you are responsible for your consequences. But in this season, you have to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear of who